Let's discuss the Aetna e-app. This is a really easy way to complete an application for Med Supp or any other product that Aetna offers. What's nice about this is that you can easily add on other products in addition to the Med Supp. So we're going to break this into 4 steps. Log in and open the e-app, complete the e-app, add your client's payment info, and sign the app. So first things first, we're going to aetnaseniorproducts.com. Once you get there, log in as an agent. If you haven't registered, register now. Otherwise, log in. And once you're logged in, to access the e-app, you're going to Aetna quote and enroll. But before you do that, if this is your first time here, or even your third time and you're not really comfortable with it yet, notice down here it says play in the sandbox. That is a great addition. If you click that, you can play around, submit an app, and no real business gets submitted. So you can fill this in with fake data just to get a feel for it. So that's what we're going to do. So we've logged in, we've loaded the app. Step 1, done. Now we're going to complete the app. And notice here you can have a husband and wife applying together. Just turn that on for applicant B. We're not going to do that today. So fill in the info. We're going to make the effective date, and I am a male. I'm being the client in this case. No tobacco, and we'll fill in the info. Let's say my client's name is Testy Testerson. And basically what we're doing here is filling in a few bits of information to get a quote. Now we're going to select what product or products we want to add. So we're going to start with the Med Supp. And the Part A date, we're going to say this is 05/01/2018. Not going to apply for a discount. This is going to be underwritten. And there seems to be a little bug, at least that's what I'm getting. When I click that, it should load all the plans available as it shows there, but for whatever reason, they're not appearing. I'm going to hit add to cart, and it's going to complain. So now it says, please select a plan, and all the plans have appeared. So anyway, I don't know if you get that, I do. So we're going to go with Plan G, and if you want to add cancer insurance or any of the other items, this is a great time to do it. We're going to skip that for now though. So from here, add to cart. So monthly payment, total, and start enrollment. Are you a legal resident? Yes, I am. Start enrollment. Okay, our Medicare card number. I think that will pass. Date enrolled, let's just copy that and paste that same date. And just for the sake of getting through this quickly, we're just going to answer all no's. The next thing is check eligibility. Testy Testerson is going to be underwritten. So then, again, for the sake of speed, I'm going to answer all of these no. Now we move on to health history. I'm going to skip all this, but obviously for your client, you put in what you can and hit next. Now we've already specified we're not going to apply for a discount. Plan G, and basically we're just verifying what we had selected before. So we'll hit next, and then we click OK to confirm that. Now we get into a few more details. We'll select our address. We'll just pretend I'm 6'180". Social. Keep this in mind, as part of the signature process, you're going to need the last 4 of the social as a password. So be sure to notify your client of that. So my social is 223333, and then we re-enter it. No tobacco, mailing address is the same. Now this might pop up and it's asking, it's comparing what you entered to the US Postal Service's database. And this is coming from the Postal Service, so I'm going to go ahead and say that is the better option. Okay? Now, being that we selected monthly billing, direct bill is not available. So if you try to click next, it's going to complain. So what we'll have to do is enter our banking info. So I'm going to put in a routing number, which this is not my bank, but, and then a bank account number, which I'm going to make one up. And it's a checking account. We'll add the bank account. Now, we've got Decatur Earth Mover Credit Union as the bank account. We're going to select, you have to select something here, EFT. And you can change the draft date. We'll select effective date. Now we're going to choose the bank account we just added, and we want it drafted on the 1st. And hit next. If you'd like to split your commission with somebody, feel free to do that right here. You can split it with us if you like. Now we're going to send the policy to the agent, and if you have any notes to add, you can do so here, and we'll hit next. So we filled out the application, we filled out the payment info, now it's time for the signature. Now depending on your client's situation, you have 3 options. But first we're going to just review what we have here so far, make sure all that's correct, and then we're going to start signature process. Now your client can sign in person, via email, or through a security question signature, which is going to be mailed to them. And you can click through and read how each of these works. There's some bullet points that explain each option. But let's just walk through the in-person option first. You'll have to click on Medicare Supplement and every product that you sell them to review the documents. So we'll click this. And this loads the document for your client to review. Just a tip, this is kind of scrunched down. So if you click this little arrow here, it expands it. So now, presumably, you're going to show this to your client, let them look it over, make sure nothing is incorrect, and then to get out of that view, you can hit your escape key on the keyboard. And then there's other documents you can review as well. So this overflow document, the HIPAA form, and then all we have to do is close that when we're done. So now you get a green check mark saying you reviewed the documents, and your client can click here to sign, and they just click the button. That's signed. Then it's your turn as the agent. I agree to terms and conditions, apply signature. Okay, now if I try to submit this in the sandbox, submission is not allowed in the sandbox because we're in a test environment. So I'm going to cancel the signature and show you the other option. So we'll hit start signature process. This time we're going to do an email signature. So assuming your client has email, you'll put their address in twice, and you'll want to show this to them. They've reviewed the application and forms and agree that blah, blah, blah. So I agree to terms and conditions, and then now this is going to send them the document. Now, since we're in the sandbox, this kicked us back to the starting point, but I'm going to show you what your client would see when they get the email. Now, your client gets the email, they see this, and all they need to do is click here to review and sign. The password, as I mentioned before, is the last 4 of their social. message from Aetna pops up, and your client needs to click Start to sign. So they'll click here to sign, and it asks them to create a signature in one of 4 ways. They can do what's easiest is type the signature. So you could say, actually my name is Testy Testerson, or I can draw, or I can upload a picture of my signature if I have one, or there's an option to put in your client's mobile phone. It's going to send them a link where they open that and draw their signature on the phone with their finger. But we're going to stick with the simple option here and apply. So now it's filled in that on the first blank, the first signature, and we'll click Next. Click to sign, and it puts it in again. And let's just zoom in a little bit so you can see better. We'll click Next. Click to sign. Click to sign. Click to sign. And so on. And then, when all the signatures are added, your client can click the final button to complete the application, at which point they can download a copy for their records. And then from there, you as the agent will receive a notification that it's been signed and your application's submitted. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, please reach out, and also be aware that Aetna has a far more in-depth tutorial on their own website. So thanks for watching.